What's up everybody, it's me Toxin Zombie or TXZMB in Minecraft, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a monster grinder in the LoverFella server. So it's not a very hard grinder, so let's get straight into the tutorial. Although I should mention that this grinder is not made by me, but it's actually made by Harv's Gaming, and this video that I based this on is on the screen and in the description, so please go check him out, give him a sub. His stuff is really good. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to find where you're going to build it. What I like to do, I like to press F3 plus G and find a chunk that I like. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to line up with this middle line right here and this middle line right here, and then I'm going to look and see which blocks they are. So it's these 4 blocks right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it off since we don't need it anymore. And then I like to place some temporary blocks right here, and then underneath these hoppers right here, you want to make a chest system, but I'm not going to do that in this video since you can probably figure that out. Then I'm going to place slabs like this, some trapdoors on the side just so your hoppers aren't showing, and because it looks pretty nice. Of course, you can do whatever you want here. This is just my personal recommendation. Then I'm going to place a temporary block here and then build a ring around like so. And then I like to connect these corners right here just so it looks nicer. And then I'm going to go ahead and place spruce trapdoors or any trapdoor underneath like here. This will prevent any like mobs like cave spiders or spiders from getting out. Well, mainly cave spiders, but this also just retains most of the items, but some will slip through just because I like to have it so I don't get all the items in the hoppers so people don't feel like they're missing out on anything. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and build up 2 more rings like so. And then what I'm going to do, I am actually going to open my chunk borders again, F3 plus G. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this entire chunk area with blocks at this Y level. So let's get on that. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do after you've filled up this entire platform is you're going to go ahead and build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks high, and you're going to make 9 block high walls all around this. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll see you after I'm done. Alright, so after you're done all that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab some water. And this is a pretty interesting process, but it actually works really well. You're going to make a 2-block strip all across the bottom edges of the grinder room. After you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to place water in the corners here. And as you can see, the water flows just enough to push everything into the center without it actually flowing to the bottom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go right up to the edge and break these blocks right here on every side. And then the last thing for the water is we're going to place it right on these corners right here. And after you've done that, you can see that no matter where an item or a mob goes, it will always go to the center. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, like so. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and place a spawner. And then you can go ahead and place a spawner here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. And you're going to do this for every side until we have 16 spawners. And then to do the insides, just do the same thing. 2. Alright, now that we have this, we can break all of these temporary blocks here. Alright, so after you do this, then what we're going to do is on top of each spawner, we're going to place 2 blocks like this. And then you're going to place 1 other spawner like this. You'll do this for all the spawners. And if you are doing cave spider or spider, you should add a slab on the top of these so they can't spawn on top of here. Alright, so after you're done all that, then we're going to go ahead and put zombie eggs inside of all the spawners to mimic like LoverFella. Alright, so now that we have all the mobs, then we're going to go ahead and build up 1 more block, and then we're going to now cover the entire thing on this level, like so. Alright, so after you're done that, I'm going to go ahead and go into the spawner here. It's pretty loud. As you can see, all these zombies are spawning in, and they're going to that center. Go back outside, and we go to our kill chamber. Wow, that is really loud. Give me a sec. Alright, that's much more quiet, and then if we get a sword, go ahead and kill our mobs. But it will be stacked, so it's not going to be this bad, but it will function the same way. So that is all for this mod grinder. Again, huge thanks to Harvest Gaming for providing the spawner design, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, like the video and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.